It's Christmas this morning in honour of the fact that we won't see any further restrictions, which I think everyone would be celebrating. Oh, come on.
It is actually an almost identical shade of purple.
So Edinburgh's traditional Hogmanay celebrations, which attract up to 80,000 revellers, have been cancelled as part of new COVID restrictions. Crowds at outdoor public events will be capped at 500 from Boxing Day for at least 3 weeks. Looking at that, the hospitality and leisure industries have, in general, welcomed the £1 billion fund announced by the Chancellor to help businesses hit by the rise in COVID cases. But many say the measures don't go far enough, and unions claim they will do little to protect workers. Well, many theatres across the country have been forced to postpone Christmas pantomimes as Omicron continues to spread. Others are seeing an increasing number of cancelled bookings. And also this morning, let's take a look at a story in Madagascar, because the country's police minister has been telling about how he swam for 12 hours to safety after his helicopter crashed off the island's northeast coast. In a morning, and we're talking motivational music.
He's off again.
At the time. I mean, it doesn't really work like that.
It doesn't really work like that.
It's one that lifts your spirits, that gets you going in the morning. So Edinburgh's traditional Hogmanay celebrations, which attract up to 80,000 revellers, have been cancelled as part of new COVID restrictions. Crowds at outdoor public events will be capped at 500 from Boxing Day for at least 3 weeks. While the hospitality and leisure industries have, in general, welcomed the £1 billion fund announced by the Chancellor to help businesses hit by the rise in COVID cases. But many say the measures don't go far enough, and unions claim that they will do little to protect workers. Jonathan, and just a bit of breaking news when it comes to treatments for COVID. We're just hearing that UK has signed contracts to buy a further 4.25 million courses of antivirals for the health service. So it looks like more treatments are going to be on the way. Contracts signed for a further 4.25 million courses of antivirals to be able to treat people with COVID. We'll be able to put that to the Care Minister, Gillian Keegan. She's going to appear on the programme shortly. Now, more theatres across the country, many of them have been forced to postpone Christmas pantomimes as Omicron continues to spread. Others are seeing an increasing number of cancelled bookings. Nithya Rajan. Well, the hospitality and leisure industries have, in general, welcomed the £1 billion fund announced by the Chancellor to help businesses hit by the rise in COVID cases. But many say the measures don't go far enough. Jonathan, good morning. At 6 o'clock, we're with you all the way through until 9. And welcome to you, Richard Bacon.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Lovely to have you
Great
here.
to be here. It does feel like a good morning in a sense, doesn't it? Because Christmas appears to be on.
We're celebrating.
We're celebrating.
It is my favourite quality street, I have to say.
I had one yesterday.
Did you?
One of those exact.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's interesting, isn't it, being here with all these obviously correct and sensible COVID restrictions, but there are very few of us in the studio. Are we certain we're even on television? There are so few people here.
It is a bit like that.
But it's like a family today. We've got Richard on camera too. We've got Nick over there.
Of activity, but not so this morning. Even had to do our own hair and makeup.
We did,
That's
which is why I...
Oh, Vicky, you didn't give a mention to Vicky.
Oh, Vicky, did I? I'm so sorry.
Vicky, what's he thinking? I'm so sorry.
I apologise. We're like a little sitcom cast now. I look a mess.
You don't know. You look a good job. You did well, I think. Yeah, scrubbing up very well. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, thanks. No Quality Street, but thanks.
No, well, I'm sure we'll find some Quality Street for later in the programme to keep us going. First, our top story this morning, and thousands of people who tested positive for COVID may now be able to see their families in time for Christmas after the good news that the government's changed quarantine rules, because from today, you can stop self-isolating after 7 days instead of 10 if you can provide 2 negative lateral flow tests and you're fully vaccinated.
It's a big development, that, isn't it? Earlier, Boris Johnson ruled out any new COVID restrictions in England before Christmas, though tougher measures could be imposed after December the 25th if Omicron cases continue to soar.
Well, in Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon announced new curbs on New Year's celebrations and a ban on crowds at football matches. Ministers in Wales and Northern Ireland, meanwhile, will be meeting today to decide on their post-Christmas restrictions.
Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, is for 12 hours.
12 hours in order to rescue himself. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, if you crash in the sea, how would you even know which direction to swim in? Because it's all very well thinking, OK, I'll set off.
Well, it sounds like he might have gone in the wrong direction because it's 12 hours.
You think he was just going round and round?
Yeah. Also, you made even the idea that you can't...
Get out and swim for safety.
It's like something out the A-Team when the helicopter used to crash and everybody...
Dies,
nobody ever dies. Fascinating, but fantastic story. Let's take a look at the weather with Laura surrounded by...
Hold on a second. Laura.
So, good morning, Britain. Here with you all the way through until 9 o'clock. Joining us later to reveal all news, travel and weather where you are.
I'll see you shortly.
or essentially going to work.
And you wonder how they define what's an unnecessary journey into work.
Yeah. Are they pulling people over and saying, oh, you're on the... It's really hard to impose, I would have thought, realistically. But we're joined by... This is very much... this morning, wasn't it? Still to come, it's the go-to present for many at Christmas, but is giving the gift of cash thoughtless and lazy? Or is it a...
From you on that one. Also, Richard Arnold's here next with the latest entertainment news. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
Richard, on two, you've got your game.
The reason is because you brought the energy this morning, and this is what you played there at 6 o'clock this morning, just to get everyone going.
Yeah, this is... so I used to work on The Big Breakfast, and Johnny Vaughan in the morning would always... A mere 20-year-old lesson, courtesy of Johnny Vaughan.
But that'll put a spring in everyone's step this morning, I think. And something else to put a spring in your step is it's competition time now. Don't forget, lines close on Christmas Eve. It's your chance to win our massive Christmas package worth over £230,000. Should we just keep it going? I think this will be our soundtrack this morning. Natalie Anderson is in Halifax. And we're going to have another quick burst of Eye of the Tiger, because it's the thing that's going to be setting the tone for...
Oh, no, that was Ed on one. Ed on one is in on the game now.
You never know where it's going to come from.
I'm worried for Rick. I think we're in such a good mood because Christmas is kind of not being cancelled. Isn't that it?
Christmas is nearly here and we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. The other day I was thinking, I don't want it to be Christmas every day. I just want it to be Christmas on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that helps, doesn't it? Yeah, when people say, oh, don't worry, you can celebrate it as does it. But listen, let us know your motivational songs, because a lot of people have that sort of song, like this one, that's the one that, whatever has happening, you know, if you just play it, then that's...
Dua Lipa's Levitating is a more recent one for me. Just complete... Because good music changes your brain chemistry, doesn't it? Oh, I heard him go, Chris, have you got that in sound?
Find it.
Let's see how quick Chris
We will come to it.
It's so what is your motivation? Now that we're all in a better mood today, what is your motivational song that either gets you through work, makes you feel more energetic? Oh, here it is. Here it is. That was quick, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't hang around here.
If I have good news as well, I'll often put this music on and just walk around somewhere.
I feel like
with the Skeleton Crew.
It's amazing. Should we go over to Richard Arnold? He's in Dickie's Den this morning. Good morning,